You guys, so SBI gonna bring 3 new weapons to Albion Online. Actually, I'm pretty hyped and I want to test them all. I am on the test server right now, so we're gonna check them all out. So the first weapon I'm gonna check out is the Fire Staff. It's already really good. Like, it's a fucking one-handed weapon. Do you know what it means, guys? Do you know what it means? So you can have an offhand, and that's already insanely good. So we're gonna read it through. Transform into a fireball, becoming immune to all effects. So basically, you have an iframe. You fly up to 14 meters. So basically, what's the 14 meters? That's quite a lot, yo. That's quite a lot. So you basically are iframe while you fly. You're gonna deal 1k damage nearly. I mean, it's on 8.4, right? Zero specs, 1k damage on impact and 5 meter radius. And then you're gonna deal over time 300 damage. Also, it has another effect. Hitting an enemy player with impact will reduce this ability cooldown by. I guess they forgot to add that, but I can imagine it's gonna be something like Beerpo E. So maybe it's gonna be reduced by like 33%. We have also not only Beerpo E, we also have the crystal. Um, we have the crystal eggs, right? And the crystal eggs gives you cooldowns back too. Let me check that. It's 33%. So maybe if you hit an enemy player, I guess it's player only, not mobs, you get maybe 33%. I don't know how much. But yeah, it's quite nice though. I see this weapon, it's gonna dominate probably. Yeah, bro, they give fire a mobility spell. I mean, you have this mobility spell, Flame Blast, basically, that gives you movement speed, but they gave it actually an iframe and a mobility. I like it. I like it. This is gonna dominate probably mists. It's gonna be really strong in mists. You're gonna see it in mists, and you're also gonna see it in corrupted dungeons. So 100%. So this weapon already is nice. I'm gonna 100% play it. We're gonna play every weapon on stream, but look at this. What's the range? Look at the range, guys. I don't even need a target. Wait. So basically, if you can just randomly use it for mobility. So let's say you're gonna kite, right? And someone gonna chase you. You're gonna use boots. You're gonna run away. Kite, right? And I need to wait 10 seconds for the equal down, right? So you can, like, the kiting potential, the chasing potential of this gonna be crazy, right? So let's say other glove gonna EU, you can just dash away because you're immune to. That's crazy good. Okay, that's the first weapon. Alrighty, so we have the second weapon. It's gonna be some. It looks like bolt casters a bit. It looks kinda like a fancy bolt caster. It reminds me a bit on Diablo, and I already kinda know, like, I know what spell this is, right? So let's see. Dash to target position, unleash a barrage of energy bolts in 8 meter radius around you. Deals 580 physical damage. Obviously, numbers can be wrong. This is like test server, etc. Wait, you gain 126 resistance while dashing. That's kinda good. The ability to be recasted in 5 seconds up to 3 times, increase its cooldown by 10 seconds per cast. That means you can basically do it one time, and then you're gonna have 10 seconds cooldown, right? 5 seconds. I mean, it's not bad. It looks a bit like, if some of you guys did play Diablo 3, it looks exactly like Diablo 3, guys. Gonna be honest, the E looks exactly like Diablo 3. So basically, you're gonna spin around in the field, deal damage. Probably you can proc Merc Jacket with that. Wait, how much? I wanna test it with Merc Jacket again. Yeah, so basically you can proc Merc Jacket with it and other stuff. I mean, it's a nice weapon. It's, I don't know. I think this one is not too special. I would say this is gonna be mainly played maybe in mists. Maybe people gonna, like, this looks like kinda ish for Yellow Zone, I would say. Like probably yellow, some people are gonna play it because it looks kind of fancy. But I don't really think it's gonna be too hard meta in Mist, right? We're gonna wait for Merc Jacket and we're gonna try it with Merc Jacket again. So I don't really see potential with this weapon. Probably, like I said, Mists, maybe Corrupted. Probably can Corrupted is gonna be really good. And I'm gonna try it with Merc Jacket. Okay. So it procs 2 ticks of Merc Jacket, seems like. So, yeah, not bad. But let's check out the next weapon. It's the Nature. So we have the Nature. This is a long text. Gather ambient magic. Efficiency up to 10 wait. Affecting up to 10 targets in a 7-meter radius around you for 8 seconds while the ability is active. Recasting invokes the opposite ability. That means you can use E, you get a shield and healing. Oh, that looks dope though. That looks really dope. Okay. Vertify, I guess this is the healing ability. Grants you one, like numbers again, numbers can be completely wrong, but it's okay. You get a shield for 1.5 seconds. Restore 92 HP every 0.85 seconds. Increase your healing cast by 15%. So if you attune this weapon with healing cast and get this heal, like where you heal yourself more, and you have this weapon, that's kind of insane, no? And the second form is the red form, right? So this form here is the second form. Roots enemies for 4.3 seconds. Increase all damage. Wait. So if you combine this, is it increased damage? It's increased ally damage, Alice damage. That means that your teammates gonna. Wow, that's crazy. So nature, this nature probably with Blood Moon gonna be really dope. I mean, this nature also as support are gonna be dope. I wonder if you also gonna get a 15% damage boost. So basically, if you gonna fight enemies, right, and you activate the second form, do you get 15%? You also get 15% more damage. This nature also gonna be really good. Like overall, the buffed nature for PvP. So this nature gonna be also really good for Corrupteds, I guess. Corrupteds, and also I see it in Mists actually. Or like a supporter maybe in a road group. I don't think it's gonna be main heal in road group, but I think it can be a really nice supporter or second heal class. I wanna test every weapon against some mobs, right? So that's the next we're gonna do. So basically you press E, you get a shield, healing, second form you root enemies, and you get a damage buff for 15%. That's pretty nice. So I did grab myself 6.2, like basically a full set and every weapon. So I want to try it now in PvE, like what the PvE damage is and if it's sustainable in PvE, etc, etc. So like being tier 8 is really realistic with your new weapon. So let's see the E damage. I'm really curious. Yeah, so I did about 600 damage with this E on a mob. I mean, this is a mage mob, it's quite squishy to be fair. So the mob damage is not that insane. I mean, it's 30-second cooldown. But for the mobility reasons, it's still really strong. So even if it's 30 seconds cooldown, it's still fine, right? Like, if you fight and you wanna dodge a spell, like this guy gonna cast a spell maybe on me, because just boop, iframe it and done. Yeah, it's not bad though, it's not bad. Okay, I'm really hyped to see what the bolt caster damages look like. Wait. Okay, it's not too good to be honest. I did think I'm gonna just shred them, but it's not too good. Let me reset. Let me wait for the next cooldown. Okay, let me pull some more mobs together and maybe then Like, I don't know, I don't see potential yet on this, to be fair. I did think it's gonna be way more damage, but it's like... I mean... It's not bad. I mean, it's potential, I guess. And the numbers are not finished yet, but it doesn't... Like in Diablo 3, this weapon was completely broken, right? You could just AoE away the mobs and like that kind of thing, you're gonna copy it, but they didn't copy it. Like the damage on mobs doesn't seem that insane. But we're also gonna try it on the player. Maybe on the player it's gonna be a bit better. But at the moment, like fire stuff, high potential. I mean, fire stuff is normal, it's not that good in PvE, right? But this weapon should be really good in PvE, but it's surprisingly bad. Alright, so nature for me is highly promising. So basically, boom, super duper tanky. You switch, it's rooting them. Look at this. But it's only one time root. That means if people run out and in again, they're not going to be rooted again. Okay, I mean, that's fine, I guess. So PvP nature was in the making for like a while now. And SBI tried to like give nature more PvP options, right? And I think this in a solo gameplay gonna be really good. Cultist Cowl, Cultist Robe, any sandals gonna be quite nice on this. So basically what we do, we grant a huge shield and healing, then we go full damage, we root for 3 seconds, or like 4 seconds, right? And we get a 15% damage buff. Actually, wait, I want to see that. I want to see the 15% damage buff. Because I'm gonna do a W without damage buff, and then I do a W with damage buff. So basically... Wait, what? Okay, the game just kinda destroyed my trying. Okay, let's say this moose, okay? This moose gets 466 reactivate, right? We're gonna wait for the... W, 1, 2, 511. Okay. So it's actually working. So this nature in an environment like Abyss with a rose buff, you're gonna be chilling. This is gonna be a crazy good Abbey weapon. I'm gonna enjoy this weapon a lot in Abyss. So you're gonna see Eugene PvP nature in Abyss. 100%, I love it. And now I actually gonna also spec some nature, I think. Look at the ceiling. Look at 147. And I'm only playing like really cheap one, like 6.2. It's so much. Yo, that's crazy. So there's another cool trick that you can use inside roads, I would say. So you would dash in front, W, E, burst, and boom back. So basically, I mean, it's a bit late for me, so I'm really slow, but this combo deals like 1.6k damage on T8 gear. So that's pretty solid. I want to show you it again, guys. I want to show you guys. It's like 5 seconds. So even if you have Druidic, right? If you have Druidic and you're gonna stack up here, right? So you're gonna use Jacket, right? So you're gonna do this. You're gonna dash in the front, E, boom, and back, right? So you have a huge burst potential in roads. So I see this weapon also not only in corrupted dungeons, not only in mists, I see it also in a huge road potential, right? The other weapons, I gotta be honest, with phase scale, this weapon is not acting really good. But you're gonna see it, right? I mean, if you have multiple targets, it's again only gonna proc one shot probably, right? I didn't test it so far, so it's my first time testing. Wait, it procced 4 ticks of this. Okay, so if you have like 3 targets or 2 targets, it's not bad. It's gonna damage them with the ice spikes, but overall, it's not as good. Like fire stuff gonna be surely my main favorite in this update. Alrighty guys, so we're gonna test now the new weapons on this player. I wanna actually try the combo now out, so basically we would W, E, and so it was down to 20, yeah, so we get probably a 33-second damage reduction basically, right? So we're gonna try it again. So it was at 30 seconds. It was at 30 seconds and it went down to 21. So basically, let me test it again. So I was right, it's gonna be 33 seconds probably. Yeah, it's gonna be like 33 seconds or something like this. So that's actually decent. So we have the bolt caster type-ish weapon. I mean, the damage is not bad, but I don't like it that you do all this animation only for one hit, basically, right? That's really not that good, to be fair. Alright, so let's test the... I'm actually really... I mean, this guy's not fighting back, so basically I just want to check out the damage, right? So... I want to see, like, normal W deals 430 damage, right? And... Look at this, boom, boom, and then back to full life. I change to aggression, I see him at spot, and man, I do like it a lot, right? So this gives you the free, so basically this weapon gonna be really broly. So what you're gonna do, I'm gonna show you guys again, what you're gonna do, if you fight an enemy, right? Wait, can I duel him again? Game? Okay, perfect. So if you fight an enemy and he gonna basically burst you, etc., you're gonna brawl against him, right? You're not gonna use the E at the beginning. You're gonna basically brawl, right? He gonna hit me theoretically, right? I gonna heal myself. If I'm healed, I gonna root him at place so he cannot move away. I get the bonus damage. Boom, boom. So what you wanna do, you wanna brawl first, right? You wanna brawl first, then he get a big shield on his main burst, then heal up a bit again, and then you would change to the other E, root him, and use your combo like with W, and get an extremely high damage W. So let me give you guys my feedback. Yeah, usually if they're gonna bring out like these crystal weapons, they're really, really trashy. Like they need a lot of changes, and they also bring really useless weapons out. But this time I feel like they did a really good job. So I kinda see every weapon in sort of useful at the moment. Bolt caster, like this bolt casters or this arc-like blazers. I feel like maybe this is the only weapon I gonna consider as not as fancy as the fire staff or the nature staff. And I also not see the biggest views in this E, to be honest. But overall it's okay, it's gonna find a player base, it's gonna be probably mainly a fancy yellow zone player weapon, or maybe something for the dungeons. Maybe even some people gonna try out Mist on that, but overall I see not that much potential of the weapon. But if we talk about nature or the fire staff, I see a lot of potential in different content, and I really think this time SPI did really a good job. I'm really happy with the results, and I do really hope that this weapon's gonna come out like this, kinda like useful, you know what I mean? So wait, you can switch multiple times with that. I didn't know. You can switch back even to healing. That's really nice. But yeah, overall my feedback gonna be, hey, this time SBI did a good job. Usually the weapons were useless, but this time I'm really happy with the results, and we're gonna test them all, like all 100%. If they're gonna come out, we're gonna make a video to every single weapon, right? And yeah, I'm quite hyped for that. So yeah, thank you for supporting me, guys. I said a bit too rarely, but I'm really happy that I'm in this position, that I can stream the game and live with that. Yeah, so if you wanna catch me streaming, I stream about 5 to 6 times a week on Twitch TV. And if you want, check out one of my last videos and be prepared for way more challenge content, guys.